start soon.
Yep. So, hey folks, I am Pulkit and today I am the speaker for this session. So, we are gonna learn something about open source, Git, GitHub, and stuff, right? So, yeah, let's get started. So, basically, before getting into it, a small intro about me. That yeah, I am Pulkit and I'm a human first, then love to do some open source stuff, love to play with Linux, DevOps tools, yeah, like even in DevOps stuff. So apart from this, hopefully I have worked previously as a full stack developer intern at TechWorks, currently community evangelist at QSphere India. So I guess that's about me, and as you can see, this is my schedule: open source, code, research, learn, coffee, some school studies, and then sleep. Right. So this is about me, right? So yeah, let's get started with our session, right? So first of all, just tell me that according to you all, if you any one of you have ever heard about open source, like even the word open source, just tell me tell me what do you mean by that, or like what strikes in your mind first when you think about that. Yeah, like anyone can answer even in their like chat or maybe unmute themselves. So like I'm trying to have it more on like discussion based session, so would love to have some answers, like even though if you don't know it would be like, yeah, contributions, yeah, you can like okay, contributions. Any more answers? Open to all, everyone can work on it, it's accessible publicly, some software which is open for everyone to make changes. hmm yeah, anything else? And use. Yep. So I guess that's all the answer, right? So like according to me, like as much as I know, like open source means, like let's first see what the definition says. Oh, I'm not sure what's happening. So, like, basically, a software's original source code is made freely available and maybe, redistributed and modified according to the requirement of the user. So, this is the stuff that definition says. But let's talk more, on our own discussion base. So, like, according to me, at least, open source is some stuff where, the any product's source code is made open for everyone. And like you, if just take an example, if you can see the code of any any product, right, any source of that product, then it's on any platform, right? So then that means open source. And after that, like as you know right now, like it's more over even contributions and stuff where we can make some changes in it, we can even like remodify it and some like even give some credits to the main authors and all. So like this is all about open source. So if this doesn't make sense to you, you will get like understand it more better when we get more hands-on stuff in it, right? So then next, let's talk about the perks of it, right? So like moreover, programmers have more control over that kind of software, and even like can examine the code that to make sure if it doesn't break or like these stuffs. And like even they can fix the bugs, they can like even like just let me tell you, like if you use this Google Meet as well, I'm not sure if it's open source or not, I don't think so it would be, but again, like if it's open source, like if you find some bug and you are a programmer or any like people where like if you think you can make some like fix some bugs in it, then you can just go to that particular repo or something and like just create an issue or like tell them that they have an issue and you can solve it, and hopefully you will get a chance to contribute in it, right? So like I don't think like apart from this there can even be something more good than this perk. But yeah, again, like there is a large community to help you all out, and like you even get some essential help and support. And like moreover, we have some great tools, open source tools, right, where you will get a chance to collaborate with people, you would get get a chance to work with people, you will get a chance to learn what like practical real world stuff, right? So this is all about open source. Like anything, if it's like visible to you, you have the right authority to see the source code of it. You if you have the authority to see like the actual architecture of it, then it's open source, right? If you can even redistribute it with some your own changes, then it's open source, right? So like there would be more stuffs in it, like more like legal stuffs as well, like license and all. But for now, let's start from basic, right? And just make sure to like even like ask your questions in the chat, so that like we can have more discussion based session. So I will be checking that all like after some maybe intro and stuff of it, like Git and GitHub. So like first of all, let me tell you all what is Git and GitHub. Like Git, if like you get into open source, these words are like always there in your mind, or you will see it like almost everywhere. Not like each and every point, but yeah, almost everywhere, because it's an open source tool. Like GitHub is an open source tool, and Git is as well, like moreover like version control and stuff. So let us talk about it by like understanding what are the differences in between, and even understand what are they, right? So Git is a version control system, as I mentioned. It can be used by various tools or locally on your computer too, to help you keep track of changes in your code projects, right? And even think of it like Google Docs for code, but better, right? Like it has some most like cool stuffs. If you are in, like if you love to play with some terminal and all, then you would get it more clear with Git. But again, it's open for all. Like even if you are not from a tech background, you can get into it, right? So this is the thing. Then GitHub is a platform for code collaboration. Like it's a cloud based platform where people can collaborate on particular project. People can like contribute in particular project, and so, right? So GitHub uses Git for version control. And like as I mentioned, GitHub is a cloud platform based like tool to, for like open source stuff, right? In the same way, we have many other stuffs as well, like not only GitHub, but yeah, Git is for version control and stuff. But like GitHub is not only the way to get started. There is even GitLab, I guess Bitbucket, and more. So like as a beginner, I guess Git is the best way to get started. But you can even check out some other open source tools. Sorry, open source collaboration tools, right? So because it's more over collaboration, so need to mention it, right? And then like like I guess you all understood it more better. If not, again we'll see it more better on the hands-on stuff, right? So yeah, that's all. And now, why version control? Like as I mentioned about it in the like the stuff that I mentioned in that Git and stuff, right? So why version control, and what does it mean? So just tell me, like I will tell you it through an example. But before that, let's see what the um, like description says. So like log changes in a searchable way instead of, these are the like I guess version control features, right? So if you can see this image, that is centralized version control. I'm not sure if it would be like more great, but yeah, just to mention, like think of you are a freelancer, okay, and you have a client. And it's basically like the client has told you to build a web application. You build it, you give it to him, and then he or she told like to you that like we need some changes in it. The UI is not great. I think this is not much responsive, and so what you will do is you will update it and then again share it to that particular client, right? So then again the client is like, no, the previous one was better, I need that one again. So like at that time you won't have the code, right? Because you just made the changes, right? And you don't have the code with you to again just share it with them, right? So what you will do, this is the main problem that version control solves. That you will have the version to like get back like hold the bunch of code that were made before, like the previous code that you made was removed, right? So like it can help a lot in your like even open source stuff, even in your like whole journey in this tech world, right? So this is the thing. Then let's like like first of all, as we want to get more hands-on stuff, right? just go to, if you don't have, just go to like github.com or even education.github.com, and you can create your own account there, and then we can get started. So again, make sure to just keep up questions coming in the chat. I will answer all of them. So like, just let me know, like if someone don't have, just go to this link. Even I'm gonna share it in the chat, right? So just check that out. I hope you all would be like aware of that, but again, just sharing if someone is not aware of it, right? So like, just create an account here, and if like, I guess you all are student, even I am, so just go to education.github.com. You can even create your account from there, like get some like more benefits apart from just open source stuff, like domain name and all. So you can check that out as well, right? So let me just see if there are any questions in the chat. It's these are the answers. Yeah, I don't think there are any questions right now, because we didn't got into any hands-on stuff right now, right? So yeah, let's switch to another slide. I guess it would be more on these like developer workflow and stuff. So let me just tell you, fork means something, your own copy of someone else repository or project, right? Like you will have a copy of someone else project. Then branch means a parallel version. Like for these stuffs now, I guess we need to get more on hands-on. So I'm just gonna reshare my screen to like whole screen so that we can get started with it, right? Now again, as a prerequisite, we have one more link. So let me first share my screen, like the whole screen, and then I guess it would be great to get started. So as a prerequisite, what I will do is um, just a sec. It's not getting shared. Mm, yep. I hope it's visible to you all. If not, just let me know.
Yes, that we can see.
Yeah, I guess it's visible. Yep. Yeah. So like, this is my GitHub profile. You can follow me if interested. Right, so like first you need to create an account at GitHub, then just search about Git as well. Sorry, GitHub. Yeah, just a sec. Yeah, so you can see, just go to this particular link. We'll even share it in the chat. Right. So like, just go to the download section and download it, like as per your system, like Mac OS, Windows, or Linux, Unix, whatever you have, right? I guess moreover like Windows only, but you can check that out as well, right? So just download it from here, and then we'll get more on the hands-on stuff. So just you need to click on this Windows, and then the downloading would start, right? So you can just do that. I'm just canceling it because I already do have it, right? So that's like just downloaded as well. If you want, I can even share that download one link. You all can just start downloading it because we are gonna have it more hands-on. So now let me just give you an overview of GitHub first, and then I guess we are good to go with any other stuff, right? So first of all, this is the page you will get into once you sign up on github.com, right? So like, mm, there are many stuffs you can see here, right? So first of all, you see a pull request tab, right, in the nav bar, if you all are like, if it's visible to you all, right? So you can like, in the pull request, what it means is basically the project that I have contributed to is like, if I'm not the owner of that particular project, how I can contribute in it, right? So what I can do is like, I will do some changes if I have, and I will give it to the owner, and will ask that, can you please take it in your main repo, like main project, and give me my credits, right? So it's basically like that. Like you can see, these are my all PRs currently open, like I have made, right? So then we come up to issues. So it's basically like, um you saw a bug, you saw some, maybe not technical only, but even some grammatical issues and so. And you create an issue for just like making aware the owner that there is some wrong in your code, in your documentation or stuff, right? So as you can see, these are my own issues that I've created, right? So like this is the way, like more organized way in GitHub, right? So it's a great way to start. Then marketplace is something like more over integration and stuff for your GitHub repository. We'll talk about that later, right? So this is the marketplace. You can like search for many applications and like actions, like workflow stuff and here, right? Then we get explore tab, where you can just explore some repositories, like even on the trending basis you can check that out, right? So these are the stuffs, right? Then let's switch to this. Let me get back to github.com. Yep. So now as you can see here, we have got a notification icon where you will get all the notifications as well as an email on your inbox about any updates, like if someone replies on your PR, like pull request or issues or something, or even someone merged that, right? So this is the thing. Then we have a plus icon for which you can create a new repository. So let's talk about an repository. Maybe like this is my profile. Let me just open one of the repositories. Yeah, open source for everyone. It would be a great one too. Yeah. So as you can see, this is my own project. Like not really a project, but a documentation based guide for people to get started with open source, right? So basically, like I have my, like it's more of a documentation part. So I have my all like source of it in this repo only, right? So what happens here is basically all the code stuff and are like in this repository only. And basically like repository is everything for your project, right? Like you can do anything with your repository, right? Because you have the access to it. It's your repository, you can do whatever you want with it, right? So like let's take an example of like we have issues tab here, right? Like first talk about code. So as I mentioned, all the source code and like all the documentation stuff would be available in this navbar, sorry, tab, right? And then we'll have issues tab where you can just check out all the issues are being raised for that particular repository, moreover project, right? So again, then we have some PRs made like requested, aka pull request, right? So like for that particular repository again, right? And then we get a discussion tab where people can have some discussion as well, like for any particular topic like Hacktoberfest 2021, right? So it's that like that. And then we have actions, where like some workflow stuffs go on, like from workflow you can do some automation stuff and like kind of stuff that you want. Like it's up to you how you want it to have, because you can modify, remodify it. Like GitHub have like many things to explore, so just check that out. Then wiki is something I don't think I need to like include it right now. And even not this one. Insights is a tab where you can see all the like take it as an analytics, but even more over that, right? So it's something like that. Then in settings you can check out all the like settings and manage it on your own. So now let us talk about like as you all understood about what are repositories, right? So like let's now talk more about GitHub and GitHub features, right? So you can see like let's go through this one first. Like first of all you will get your profile, then you have repositories. Like the repositories you have the own access and you like it's your own, you created it on your own, right? Then a code spaces is something like if you have some experience, right? Like this is VS Code, right? So code spaces is something that gives you like access to have VS Code on your browser through GitHub, right? So I guess this is a cool stuff to do with as well, right? Then we have got like organizations. So organization is something like you have Google, you have GitHub, you have YouTube and stuff, right? So like these all organizations have their own particular GitHub profile, but on a organization manner. Like for an example, I can give you of maybe my own community here, right? Yeah. So as you can see, this is how organizations look. I know it's not that much good because there are more customizations you can make it up to, but again, like this is how you will see a organization's profile, and this is how you will see a person's profile. Like, yeah, it's loading. Yeah, this is how you can see it. Yep. So like these are some cool stuffs to do, and then we have got projects. So projects is something like it's more over repository. So let's get back to repositories again. Let me have
Okay.
maybe. Yep.
Sorry for the disturbance, but can you please increase your font size a little bit?
Can you please repeat that? I guess you are not audible to me.
Yeah. Am I audible now?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
are.
I'm just asking to increase the font size.
Yep, sure.
Thanks.
Yep. Yeah, I zoomed out, but yeah. I guess it's now visible more better.
Yes, it's better.
Yep. So it's basically like I don't think I have enabled it. Let me switch to any other repository. It would make more sense, right? So maybe this. No, not this one. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, this one. I know I'm sharing some like private repositories, but yeah, like as you can see here, right? This is in the project section. You can like have it like something like Trello and stuff. If you have ever visited Trello, it's basically like the same, where you can have all this stuff, like include your architecture, how it's gonna be, include what are the stuffs to do, include what are the stuffs you have already done, what are the stuffs like are in progress and stuff. So it's like it will help you and your team to get more like great collaboration work to do in this online pandemic as well, and even after that, I guess even offline stuff don't will help you out a lot through this feature, so you can even check that out, right? Then we have your like discussions. So as I mentioned before, like discussions is something where people can discuss about any particular topic for that project, right? And then your stars are basically like you can give some particular stars to any of the like repository. Like I have starred these all repositories, so this helps you to like bookmark all the repositories you want to view afterwards, right? So this is how it works. As you can see, these are all the like bookmarked repositories I've done, right? Then we have like your guests. So let's not talk about that right now. We'll talk once you have great knowledge with these stuffs at least, right? And even not about sponsors because it's something different. So right. And now let's talk about folks. So like for an example, just take this repo, right? So here you can see this is an repository by Vinith, right? And like I'm not the owner, right? But I want to make some changes without telling him that I'm making some changes, right? So what I can do, I will just fork it. As you can see, it's already been done. Then what I will do is again make some changes of my own, and yeah, it's up to you if you want to even add your changes you have done in the main repository. But again, you will have the access to make the changes of your own without asking someone to merge it in the main repository, right? Or maybe you can just recreate some other stuff with that, right? So this is the thing about fork. Like basically, this is the main repository. This is the main repository, right? But what will happen is like when you click on fork, a same copy of it would be done for you, like where you would be the admin and you would be able to make some changes in it, right? So this is the thing about that, like fork one. I guess these things are making sense. If not, just maybe ask your questions in the chat, right? So I guess we have talked a lot about like these stuffs. So let me see if we have missed something or not. I don't think we have. So like let's not talk about Git. So if you all have downloaded it, you would be just like having access to Git Bash, right? So we'll talk about it as well, right? So just give me a sec. Like first of all, I'm gonna help you all with the concepts, right? And then we'll get some hands-on stuffs as well, like creating a PR and all, right? So let me just search for it, maybe from here. Yes, I will get it. Git bash. So, yeah. So this is our Git bash. Like once you download it, you would have Git bash, like a terminal for specifically Git. But one thing to mention, like once Git is installed now, you can access it globally. Like globally means here that that like you can access it on any of your terminals, like maybe Windows terminal, PowerShell, or stuff like that, right? Maybe command prompt, right? Just a sec. Yep. So this is the thing. So after that you can do some same stuffs with that, but like what will happen is you will do it on your local system and then make a PR to the main repo through like GitHub. Like at last you need to even use GitHub as well. So these things, if you get more like hands-on stuff and do it on a daily basis, you will have a great knowledge about like even terminal stuff and all. And if you get into some other concepts of it as well, like GitHub APIs, GitHub actions and stuff, you'll get a great knowledge about like CI, like CLI and stuff, even about moreover, like APIs and all, right? So basically Git and GitHub can be like everything for you, for at least a developer, right? So now let us talk about, like not talk about, let's do something with it. Like maybe let's switch to that repository, open source variant, right? Yep. Oh, just a sec. Maybe I should change the URL. Yes, it's not working. Open source variant. Yeah. Yeah. So as you can see here, like you can just even go through this documentation if you want to have a great knowledge. But now let's switch to maybe documentation reviews. So this is the like the way to do it. Let's just, as I'm the admin, I would be have the access to directly make a directly make some changes in it. But I have a way to even tell you how you can do some great stuff with it. So yep, let me just, yeah. So as you can see, let me just copy this. I'm not sure what's happening. Just a sec, maybe it would take some time. Yep. Yeah, it's just a sec, maybe just give me a sec. I guess my laptop is lagging a bit. Yeah, not again. Yeah. Mm, just a sec. Maybe let me create, like, open a new tab and open it. Don't know what's happening with it. github.com slash dev slash open source web. I got that. Yep. Yeah, so we have got documentation reviews. Let me just edit it. Yeah, yeah, I guess again, not again. Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe I'm having some technical issues. Mm, not getting the access to edit it. Not sure what's happening. Let me maybe stop my screen and like reshare it. Maybe then it would work. Like the screen is non-selectable. Don't know why. Let me like rejoin this meet. Maybe
Yes,
some
yes.
problem from, yeah.
It's okay, Pulkit. No pressure.
Yeah, I hope I'm audible to you all.
Yes, Pulkit, you are back.
Yeah, I'm just resharing my screen. Let's hope it works nice this time. I guess it would be visible to you all. Right, let's see now.
Yes, we can see the screen. And font plus plus, please.
Yep, I guess it's zoomed, like not zoomed out again. So maybe I
Yeah,
guess it would be
I'll let you
visible
know.
to. Yeah,
Yes. Okay.
yeah, it's selectable now. Yeah. So let me just have the context here. Yeah. So this is like, we even have some .md stuff with it. If you have some experience with Markdown, it can help you a lot, right? At least for documentation and stuff. But again, not a necessary thing, because you can even get some like like other knowledge from it as well. If you have even basic knowledge of HTML, you can use that and make some other stuffs with it. But yeah, Markdown is even pretty much easy, so you can even check that out, right? So let's have my name as Pulkit, right? I'm just making some changes in it, right? So as you can see, like Pulkit GitHub username, like these are the stuffs. Like you can make some changes, right? So like here, like if anyone can give their name, I can add it up here. Not as necessary only I have my own name, right? So yeah, anyone would like to have their name on in this stuff, maybe. Or maybe I should take Bindu. Okay, Prithvi. Yep, yep. All right. Yeah, even you may have your last name, right? So it would be great if you can just provide that as well. Yeah, no worries. Right. Maybe your GitHub username, Prithvi. Right. Great. So it's up to you, Prithvi. You can even check that out afterwards and make changes in this review and just make a PR, right? So blah blah. Right. For now, blah blah. And maybe I'm not sure, right? So maybe. And anything else? No, no need, right? So these are the changes I made. And now let's talk about branches, because you can see something commit directly to the main branch, create a new branch to commit and start a pull request. So again, first commit means that you are like, committing something in this repository, right? So as I have the admin access, I can directly commit in the main branch. So again, what is branch? Like if anyone knows, they can put off their answers in the chat section. Then I will answer it more clear. So yeah, anyone? Yeah, waiting for the answers. If you don't know, you can just put up no, I don't know or something like that. Even that works fine. Nope. No worries. Here I am to help, right? So basically, branch is something like, let's see the main repo ones. So here you can see like this is all my source code, right? And I want to make some changes, like if this was a web application, right? And it's a very big project, like maybe Kubernetes or Google or some stuff like that, right? Or maybe Google website like google.com and stuff, right? So you want to make some changes in it, but you are not sure that it would work or not, or maybe it may just like take down whole website or like stuff like that, right? So what you can do is you can in default there is a main branch. Like branch is something like that only, that you can have the source code again in that particular repository only, but you will make the changes, you can see that, but it won't be it won't be taking down your website, the official website, right? So this is the thing, like I can have more branches here. Like for example, just take session number one maybe, right? So this I have my new branch. This is this is my new branch where I have the same files, but again it won't be committed in the like my main website of it. Like for an example, just take Just take this one. Yeah, as you can see, it won't take down my this stuff. Like if I make this, image, like just delete this image from here, it won't really change here, because it's like the branch is different. Is something like you have your main project, but the same source code would be copied again. Like you have a folder, like let's talk about that. You have a folder, in that you can create a folder in which you will have all these source code and stuff, and again you will create same folder, like just copy paste that folder and just change its name, right? So what would happen is basically like you can change that name, you can change anything you want, but it won't really change the that particular folder from which you copied it, right? So this is the same concept taken up here as well, right? So this is the thing. Then like let's commit it to the maybe different branch, not this one, the thing we just made. Section number one, maybe, not sure. It was that one, right? Section number one, yep. Hmm, just right. So it will just commit it to this branch, right? It won't really change in the main branch, right? Just propose changes. So like I'm not really gonna propose it, because like here, like PR is something that you can say it as like maybe like as I mentioned before, you have your own code, right? Like let's talk about again that folder stuff. You like made some changes in that copied folder, right? And what you want to do is like the things are looking more better than the previous one, so you wanted to have it on your main, like main that folder as well. But the thing is that you are not the like maybe you would be, but like currently I am, but maybe you would be, you would not be the owner for this repo, right? So what you will do is you will just create a PR, right? So PR means pull request, and I guess this word really means a lot. Like pull means something, like just take it, right? And request means taking request, right? So it's basically like that. And as I'm the owner, I can just take that as well, but I'm not gonna do it right now, right? So let's have it as in maybe demo PR, right? And then again blah blah, right? And then just create it. So what would happen, just think of that I'm not the owner, right? So what will happen is like if you are not owner, you won't see this section, right? But again, like what will happen is there is someone known as Pulkit, right? And I'm anonymous right now. So like anonymous just told that he want to just merge that blah blah stuff, right? And what happens yeah, blah blah. And then what happens is that there is someone known as Pulkit, and he wants to just have it in that particular, like he will just review it, the changes that anonymous just made, right? So the changes are like that particular person added Prudvi Srinivas, then her username, and like how was the content means blah blah, and like maybe he's not sure, so let's leave it, right? So these are the changes. Like Pulkit is gonna review, and then like he thinks that it's pretty much cool, like it's right, all right. So like let's just merge it, right? So I'm gonna merge it, right? He just speaks about that, right? And yeah, maybe demo PR, yes, blah 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 blah. Yep. So now it's been merged to the main branch, as you can see. Just merge pull request hashtag 22. If you just go to that particular file again, you can see Prudvi, blah blah, and these stuffs, right? So this is the thing, like how brands, how PRs and stuff work, right? So as I mentioned, currently I'm anonymous, not Pulkit. So just take it me as anonymous, right? So yeah, like you can say that, as I mentioned, the main branch would be the path where you store all your files. But yeah, like again, it would be like even the other branches can have these same files but with some changes as well, or maybe the same one. Like it's up to the owner if that particular person wants to make some changes or not, right? So this is the thing. And one thing to mention again, like in an repository anyone can just create a new branch and make some changes. But again, like I would prefer for anyone to create a, like let me just close this, yeah. So and like if you don't have access to that particular repository, don't create an branch. Instead, oh, let me see, I have three branches. Oh, makes sense. So like like if you don't have the access, like I don't have, I'm anonymous right now, and like Pulkit have the access, right? So what will happen is, like, I'm anonymous, I want to make some changes in it that I just made, but I want to make some changes again. And the good practice for it is just fork it first. I can't fork it, right? Maybe let's do this with some another repository. Sorry. Yeah, so like this is the, yeah, this is a repository I want to contribute to, right? So what I will do, I will just click on that fork button, and as I mentioned before, you will get the main copy of the whole repository, not only the files but whole repository, right? And it would be like as just a second, I just click on that fork button instead of that numbers, or else you would be redirected to that stuff again, right? So as you can see, I've already made, but you can select your account or organization as per your own like thoughts and the stuff you require, right? So this is the thing, and this now I have forked it, right? So I can make the changes again, right? So like Anonymous wants to make some changes, he would make some changes. Maybe I would add me as a mentor, and then like once the changes have been made, you can fetch upstream, and like just this means that you can ask the owner of that repository you have copied to merge that changes you made in that particular repository, right? Like for the forked one. So I hope these all stuffs make sense, like sense. So if not, no, I'm just too much. Oh, sorry. Yeah. So like you can just understand it more clear when you do it more hands-on stuff. For now, we were just understanding the concepts. Even we did some stuff as hands-on. Yeah. If you want, you can just let me even share that link. Yeah. So like you can check this repo as well for your journey with open source. It have like almost everything, not like really everything, but yeah, almost everything for you to get started with open source, right? Then like you can do the same thing I did, but like instead of that blah blah, you can do like have an actual review maybe, right? And up to you, maybe yes or not, it's up to you. And then anything else you wanna share about, right? So you can do that stuff as well. Then even that would create your own open source contribution as well in this particular stuff, right? So we are done with like how to do these stuffs practically on GitHub, right? So let's do it on Git as well. So as I was mentioning before, let me just have my Git bash. Just a sec, maybe. Yeah, Git bash would open from here. Yeah. So as I mentioned before, like Git would be available on any of your like it would be available globally on your local device, right? Just a sec. Yeah. So as you can see, like even I have my VS Code. Like it's up to you. Like if you're like most probably it happens, but yeah, like if your code editor or like in ID or something have this terminal stuff, you can even use that there. Like for an example, like I have made some changes in these stuffs, but I'm not gonna do it right now. I'm just like for an example, I will do it live with you all. That same stuff, blah blah again. But as I told, not Pulkit, I'm anonymous. So like we'll create an branch and then do that stuffs. Or maybe let's take an example that you are an owner. So first we'll do that, and if you wanna even understand about branches through Git, we'll see that as well, right? Let me just create a new folder. Just give me a sec. Come on, I respond. Again, it's getting hanged. Let me just you know, close Git bash. I'm not sure what happened with that. It's just making my PC to lag again and again. Let's create it from now. Sorry for that lag issues happening again and again. But yeah, let's have a new folder. Yeah, so it's up to you if you want to have a folder, but it's a good practice to have a folder for it, because it includes some other files as well, right? Like not about only your repository, but again about some other stuffs as well, like how those are the files through which GitHub and Git would be connected, right? So it's basically like the folder would be the with the name of .git, right? So let's have it as again blah blah demo issue, or maybe demo repo something, right? And let's get back to my code editor. Like you know, just let's open that folder, right? I got it first. Blah blah demo repo. Yeah. It's opening. Just give me a sec. Yeah, again, make sure to keep the questions coming. Like, yeah. So as you can see, we don't have any files right now. Let me have my terminal with us, right? So now as I have already forked that particular repo, like this one, as I told, right? So we have forked it. Now you wanna make some changes, but it's a good practice to have it through Git. So you wanted to do this stuff from Git, right? So you'll just click on this code button, right? And then just copy this URL, right? So you will do this, right? And yeah, again, like first of all, let's include that first. You need to configure your Git. Like you need to tell Git that yeah, my account is actually from this anonymous, like even though it's Pulkit, let's talk it as anonymous. So I want to have this anonymous account connected with my Git one as well, right? So for that we have some commands such as git config global, right? User dot name, right? And then your username, like we have it as Pulkit Singh Dev, right? Not really anonymous. So let's have it first Pulkit Singh Dev, right? So as you can see, get config dash dash global user dot name, and then in the quotes you can have your username, and then just click on enter, and you will have it configured there. So it's not like it won't, like it would configure directly to it, but in like we'll, like as I have already done, you need to just follow some process of personal access token and stuff. So I can't really do that because I have already configured. Maybe I would log out and then do, but right. So you can do these stuffs, and then for just like give me a sec, user dot email, like for configuring your account, you need to have these both commands with you, right? And like these both have only the change of dot email and dot name, and then you can include your email id. I'm not gonna include my that email id, so it's like my own private email id, so qgroups.co, right? So just do that, and I am not gonna do it because I already have it configured, right? So again, after that, if you just enter git config user dot name or maybe user dot email, you will get that out, like user dot name. Just a second, it would give an output. Give me a sec. Maybe I need to do some. Let me even show you more better through CD. Just let me switch to another folder. This would work great in this sync directory. Yep. Yeah. Just a sec. You would have dot dot get. Yeah, you can see dot get config file has been created, right? So let me just open this one. Yeah, no, I don't think it would work, but maybe it would work. Not sure it's gonna work because even though I have my WSL, not sure if it's gonna work. So yeah, you can see we've got the actual content in it, that is user with the name of Pulkit Singh Dev and my email ID. I know my email ID is now available for everyone, but make sure you don't spam, right? So this is the thing, right? And now let's get back to our that particular directory, that like this one. So just give me a sec to include it as this. Sorry. I just quoted it here. I'm not sure it's gonna work. So let's do one thing. I know I can do that, but again, yep. So like let's do one thing now. As we have already configured our Git, right? So now let's clone it. So clone basically means that you can like have the all the source code and stuff of that particular repository on your own local device, right? On your own even local, like local device, and then let's, like as I mentioned, you need to work with Git, right? So first click on code button, copy this URL, and come here and just enter git clone, right? And it would clone the whole stuff and then the URL, and then just enter, and it would clone it here. Just a sec. Yeah, you can see the folder has been already created. It doesn't have any content in it yet because it's just receiving the objects, not yet have the all files and stuff, right? So just wait and watch. Yeah, so till that time, again, keep the questions coming. I can't see any questions from maybe past 20 minutes, even though it's not a question. So maybe just a sec. Receiving objects 44%. I think it's gonna take time, so just maybe let's do it now with that particular open source repository, because I guess it's gonna create, like it's gonna take a lot of time because it's a big repo. So maybe let's switch to this one. I know even is this one is big, but not that much big too. Let's have it as this. Yep. Yeah, as you can see, it's done. It's done. We have all the files here. You can see, right? We have got all the files from here to here, right? So now you can make the changes like as we made before. We will make one more, right? That documentation reviews. So again, we are gonna have it as blah blah only, but with different username, right? Just a sec. Yeah, there are not any errors. It's just the theme I've set up to. So right. So yeah, anyone who would like to give their name and yeah, like GitHub username, so that we can have it as a commit on our this repo. Yeah, Bindu, would you like to? Or Rakesh, we have already got. This Bindu is not gonna get the chance.
Yeah, they're not giving me any chance.
Yeah. Maybe we would have two commits at a time. Maybe. Yeah. So at that time we can add you, Bindu. So till that time, let's wait. Rakesh Naidu, if I'm not wrong. Right. And then Deepansh. Okay. Have it here. Then blah blah only, and again the same stuffs. Yeah, so now Bindu is gonna get the chance. Yeah, Bindu, go on with your name. Like, tell me your full name first. Bindu. I
It's
hope I'm audible to
Himabindu.
you all.
Yes, yes, yeah.
Yeah, go on. Yeah, let's
Uh,
have it this way. Maybe. Just tell me your GitHub username.
yeah, Himabindu one. I pasted in the chat box.
Sure. Hi, I'm Bindu. Great, nice username.
Thanks.
And blah blah, maybe the same stuffs, right? So now we have made the changes. Let's save it. It's been saved, right? So even though we have saved it, we have not really added it in the commits. We are gonna make it. So again, like the stuffs come here. I'm not sure if I have that particular image, but just think that you are writing your notes, right? Maybe like on your notebook, right? So like maybe on sheets. So what you will do is basically like you, if you are done with something, right, you are done with writing some stuff, right? So what you will do is just have it of your left hand side and then continue with other stuff, right? So what will happen is that you are just having it in stages, like saving it here, right? And after that, like once you are done with all and every stuff, you will just have it all together, right? And then if you have it like shelf or something, you will just take them all and just put it up there, right? So the thing is that once you are just having it in your left hand side, or maybe whatever side you want to have it to, right? So what you will do is basically like just having the main changes you made in like adding it to the a stage where you can like you would be able to have it in your main repository as well, right? So what you are doing is you are just saving is that it's done, I'm done with that, I'm gonna have it here. If I want to make some changes afterwards, I will do it, and then we'll have it in my shelf, right? So like I'm just staging it here, then I've got one sheet, I've got two sheet, I've got three sheet, right? So after that, what you will do is just have it all together. Once you think you are done, you will just have it in your shelf, right? So in the same way, you will just like it's been committed, right? And what you will do and what you will do is basically just push it in your repository, right? So in the same way the thing works here as well. I know these things are like even related to that, but again, so like I hope these all things make changes like sense. So I guess someone just raised an hand. Yes, Priya was the one. If not, just let me know. If anyone has doubt, just let me know. Yeah, I will. Till that time, let's continue. Right. So we have saved it, but it's not yet be like even though I'm done with it, I'm not yet have it in like in a stage way where I can like finally take it up and have it in my main repo, right? So in the same way, what I will do for that is just get like write this command, that is get add dot, right? Or maybe the file you want to do. So maybe let's just check out, like before adding it, let's check if it's been configured that yeah there are some changes to be added, right? Because like let's check if your mind thinks that yeah you are gonna have it in your left, like save it, or maybe you will just have like throw it out, right? So in the same way, let's check it through git status command first, right? Git status. Just a sec. I forgot, switch to open source for everyone directory, right? So let's switch to that first, and then we are good to go. Open source for everyone directory, right? Now get status. Yeah, you can see we have modified documentation.md, but it's not yet be, added to the stages so that we can finally have it in our main repo, right? So that's the thing. So let's add it, right? So what I'm gonna do is just git add, like you can just click on dot if you have, like if you wanna have all the files taken up, or if you don't want to have all the files, any particular file only, you will just have, instead of dot you will have this one, just include the path of that particular file, right? So just enter it, and now let's check it if we have the mind, like we have added it or not. Yeah, we have already done that. You can see, like it's green, just through that we can understand that it's been added, right? And through this we can understand it's not yet, right? So now we have added it in our stages. Now we want to even push it, right? So through this thing, what we'll do is just git commit that, yeah, like you will commit that, yeah, I'm done with this work. So maybe I'm gonna just add it, blah blah demo reviews added, right? So sorry, I just missed one stuff. M. Right. So basically, you can see one thing here is that I have just added some text. I'm saying that I'm committing it. I have a dash m command, right? So these all thing means more, like I will make it more clear that get is just initializing that we are gonna do some stuff with git here. Then commit message, like commit means that yeah we are gonna commit it, right? And then like commit again means like have it finally ready, the all stuffs are finally ready, and we'll have it as a commit, and then we'll take it up there, right? So we have all the stuffs are staged right now, and then we want to have it in our shelf, right? So what I will do is I will take it all together, right? So that take it all together stuff is my commit stuff, right? So I'm just gonna do git commit dash m means here is basically like it's a um just a, you can say as a trigger to include this text, right, as a message, right? So I'm just gonna enter it, and as you can see, blah blah demo reviews added, and one file changed, 12 insertions, like we did it, right? It's been added right now. So now I'm ready to, like I have all these sheets in my hand, and I'm gonna push it, like have it in my shelf, right? So I'm going to push it in my shelf, right? So the thing is that just enter git push and you are done, right? So you'll see that, just a sec, right? It may take some time, maybe up to the changes, right? Or maybe up to your network connection. Yeah, you can see one file changed, the thing that we got here as well, right? Then you can again see that remote like resolving deltas 100% completed with two local objects, two http github.com pullkitchen dev open source for everyone.get. This means that we have already got all the files we made changes to in this particular repo. Now let's see if it's been done or not. Yep, just a sec. Yep. So as you can see here, like we have got blah blah demo reviews added. We can even check that out if it's been added or not. Finally, Rakesh and Bindu are here on our repo, right? So kudos to you all, right? And like we made it, right? So this is the thing. And now if you will, just check git status, you won't have anything because there are nothing changes left to be taken up to our shelf, right? So you can see your branch is up to date with origin main. So now we get one more, like changes, like if someone else wanna, if someone else has contributed to this particular repository, but it's not really like it's gonna update it here as well, right? So we have a command for that as well, that is git pull, and it would update it. Because we don't have any changes here right now, it won't update it. It will like say already up to date, right? So this is the thing. And again, if you configure any issues with your git, just check out if version is updated or not. It happens sometimes, like even though versions are compatible with each and every devices, but again, maybe you had some problem with it. So just check git version. You can see we have git version 2.3 point sorry 33.0 point windows.2, right? So in the same way, it may be different for you, but again, so again, if you want to update it, just go to that particular link I shared here, right? This sorry, I left it. So git dash yeah scm.com. So you would just again download it and it would be updated, right? So in the same way, so that's how the all developer workflow goes on. Like it, there may be possibly any other file changes as well, and there are many other stuffs to even know more about open source. You can say I have just included maybe 1 to 5% of the whole GitHub at least, Git and GitHub at least, because there are many things to discover here, right? Like we have GitHub APIs, we have GitHub pages, we have GitHub I guess REST APIs, and so like yeah, even GitHub workflows and stuff, right? So there are many cool stuffs to learn and like you know discover, right? And just a fun fact about Git and GitHub, that you can commit in past. Yeah, that's true. Like you can commit in past as well. So like even I did that, but like I did some experiment with my code, and like what I did was I made some automation to commit like on a daily basis in my past. And what it was like, my whole like my whole this graph, like my contribution graph, was fully green. Like it says that even I had contributed before I was on GitHub, right? So this is the thing. You can even like, even though I joined GitHub in 2020, right? So the thing is, even you can contribute in maybe 2000, like have a contribution in maybe 2019, and so this is a fun fact about it, that GitHub and Git always like even that particular platform is open source. So just a fun fact about it. And now I'm open for questions, because I hope I have included each and everything. If you have any doubts about any GitHub or Git particular stuff, just let me know. So yep, any questions? Yep, so any questions? Maybe I should just stop my screen once and then. Yeah, anyone? I hope
Yes,
you all are
Pulkit, we
there.
have two questions.
Yeah, just let me know.
So Yashwant is asking what kind of contributions can I make as a beginner?
As a beginner, like what do you mean by beginner? Like, are you a beginner in open source contributions, or are you a beginner in tech as well? Like, this is my question first. The answer would be in tech. Okay, in tech, right? So a fun fact about open source contributions is you can even make some contributions in documentation and stuff. And what I mean by documentation in that, like maybe changing some grammatical errors, that would help the community to understand that that particular documentation more better because of you, right? So it's up to you. Like if you are just getting started with HTML, CSS, JavaScript, or like somewhere even like any Python or like any programming language, right? So what you can do is basically like just search for particular projects that are maybe like have that particular tech stack, or maybe have that ge- uh, uh, you know um maybe I guess beginner friendly label. So it's a fact that let me even share my screen and show you more better. Tab or tab, yeah. Open source documentation share. Yeah. So as you can see, this is the repo. Here are some tags. So if you search now, like let me just go to github.com or it'll like it will search in that particular repository. Right. So maybe beginner friendly stuff. Like you can just search beginner friendly and you would get like a large amount of projects to contribute in. And again note down that it's nothing like you need to contribute in any particular project only. There are I guess like lakhs and maybe 10 lakhs and more than that projects available at least on github. I'm not sure like more than 10 lakhs, but yeah, there are many projects to contribute in, and there are many projects that are just like you know need some contributors and don't have. Even I that project I mentioned, open source fire, we need some contributors, right? So you can even try contributing in some type of these uh, repos first, and then you can think of some others as well, right? So I hope that makes sense and helps you out. Then I guess we have even got some questions in the chat. So before that, Bindu, you had I guess one more question, so you can just tell me that. Then I guess.
Yeah, it's in the chat box. Can you say something about merge conflicts?
Oh wow, like yeah, got it. Can you say something about merge conflicts? Yeah, I forgot about including that. So let me just do that as well. Like I'm gonna have two tabs open right now. Right. Let me just do it for you. In maybe let me stop presenting and reshare it again. Your entire screen. Yeah, some sort of great questions. Yep. I hope it's visible to you all. Right. Yes. So I'm gonna have this again. Um, and yeah, so I'm gonna make some changes here, not here. Maybe I'm gonna add some. Let's do one thing. Let's add it in the different branch and then we'll create a peer. Yep. So let's make some changes here, right? So like I made a change of maybe removing this one, right? I'm not this one, yeah. Maybe I would remove this emoji, right? So and then if I commit the changes, right, and then I create a PR like in the main branch. Yep, main branch. Then I can create a pull request, new PR, right? Not main branch. Base would be our session one, right? We have this. Create a pull request, demo PR or session, right? What we will do is create a PR, right? So now, yeah, it's been merged. Let Before merging it, let's make some changes here. Like in like there are two persons. One is Pulkit and another one is Anonymous, right? So what is happening here is that basically the one update is gonna happen, and at that particular time the other person like Anonymous has just made some changes where the like the updated stuff is not updated really, right? So what would happen there is basically that there would be a conflict because you have already some updates and the change you are making don't have the updates there were before, right? So this is the thing basically. So what we can do is just like I'm not gonna merge it right now. First let's make some changes. Maybe this one. Let's do it from another one. Yeah, session. Yep. So not in the discussion, but in this one. Yeah. Yeah. So s- it's loading. It's taking some time. Let me just. Yeah. So I'm gonna make some changes. Maybe. Um, this one, like demo. Maybe demo text. Right. I just made a change. Right. And what I'm gonna do is just like before just committing it to this. Just a sec. Yep. Sorry. Mm, I'm not sure if it's getting. Let me just reload it. Let me add it in the last. Right. So here we have got our demo text. So while we were, the anonymous person was just adding demo text, Pulkit just added, like just deleted some stuff from that particular stuff only. Right. So what would happen here? It's been merged. You can see, just a sec. Give me a sec. I'm not sure what happened right now. You can see demo PR for session. Files changed. Just a sec. I guess it didn't work really. Yeah, so just it's basically like just take an example that you are as I mentioned, I'm Pulkit, and there is someone else as well, that is anonymous, right? So at the same time both are editing, and what happened that the particular change was not updated, right? Like for an example, just let me do it in the main only, like instead of just having a PR, let's do it in the main branch, right? So it would work really great then. Let me just change this, right? So now commit changes, right? I committed it, but it has something different here. You can see we have two emojis here, but actually there are only one emoji, right? You can see, right? So it will create a conflict because there is something update and you didn't really made that. So I'm gonna commit it. I committed it. Then I'm gonna create a PR for it as well in the main branch. Pull request, compare and pull request. It's gonna have a let's have it a demo of conflicts. Right, create a PR. Now you will see something as conflict. Just a sec. There is something wrong with it. Just a sec. Maybe I would give an example of a PR that happened before because I'm not sure if it's working fine or not. Yeah. So the thing is here, like I'm gonna share it with you. Like there was a PR from this person, and what happened was, the files changed. I'm not sure what's happening. Yeah. So what was happened before is basically like this, this particular, like it was not updated before because the thing was at a time both the person committed this stuff and I just accepted this one, right? And while this person just committed this one, right? And just asked for, creating a, PR and stuff. I was like, you can't add it there because it has a conflict that it doesn't really have this one, like this particular text, right? So this creates a conflict, right? So what you can particularly do is that you will get some, like syntax there, like having a highlight of with some, equal to sign and smaller than or greater than signs, and through that you can understand that yeah, there are some conflicts. And what you can particularly do is just add, the changes you want to make is just copy that particular text or whatever the code is it, and just add it after, maybe before, like up to you how you want to add it. Like just take it up from there and just clear the the highlights of it, right? It would come under that particular syntax. I'm not sure, it's not really showing there, but it would work like that and it would work really great. And just make then change and then just commit it, right? And it would work great, right? And then we have got, can you please explain how to contribute in React repo? So see, like I'm not really an expert with React, so I don't think, like, just you need to be like have some great basic, or like at least some basic understanding about React components and stuff, right? And then you can like work more better with it, because like it depends, yeah. Like if if the project is extremely advanced and like have some more complex concepts, I don't think like as a beginner you would be able to contribute. But yeah, if you have some great knowledge, you can do that. Like you can contribute if you find some maybe bug or some kind of stuff, as I mentioned before. So this is the thing. Then can you suggest any organization that I could start with? Not sure. Didn't understood the question really, but like if you're talking about you starting your own organization, it's up to you. How what's your idea and stuff, right? And it's up to you, like if you wanna join some orgs or not. Because I don't think any of the official orgs are gonna take you up, but yeah, community-based orgs can take you up. For an example, the one I just mentioned before, PU groups, there is an workflow created, like automation workflow, that helps you out with having an automated invitation. You can maybe check out the, yeah, support repo, and just take a look at the readme file and you will understand it more better. Just check out the link. And there are many other communities as well that helps you to join them. So it's up to you. Like I am a part of 16 organizations right now. So yep. And what else can to do other than rejecting the PR when we have so many merge conflicts? Yeah, like you can just ask that particular person for or if you have like you have some conflicts with your own, you can just even like like make some changes. Or else what you can do is just like rejecting. Yeah, like directly rejecting is not a good idea, but maybe I guess just like asking that particular person, or just as I mentioned how you can edit app, it would work really like that only. Because I don't think even if there are many merge conflicts, it would be the in the same way only. Like I have suffered from some merge conflicts, but I was able to do so. So I don't think it won't make any problem with that. So yeah, like the same way to just ask or do it. Right? Yeah. So any other questions left, or are we good to just end this session? Maybe Bindu, if you have some questions.
No, it's clear. I don't have any questions, but I have a small thank you note. So we can wrap up the session, and we have another like continuous workshop for tomorrow, where
Yeah.
Vanshika will be talking about Hacktoberfest. How can you make meaningful contributions, and how to win swags, how to get started with open source, etc.
Mhm.
So stay tuned. We'll mail you about the stuff, and that's it. Okay, if you have anything to say.
Yeah, so just like some last points to mention, like even though this Hacktoberfest is coming, like it started, right? Just make sure that you don't really concentrate about the swags, because swags are something now. Like once you do something great, these swags will just come and come and come. Like you will have your like maybe one or two rooms filled up with that. But just make sure to learn and like be productive on a daily basis. Try to like even like while talking about mentoring, first, like if you have some issues, right, don't directly go to a mentor. Like search for that, do some research. If you get your answers, then I don't think there are need of having a mentor. Like you can be your own mentor as well, right? Or else if you are not able to find it, then you can just ask your mentor like to help you out. And that would be the great way. Like you should have some homework, like done some homework as well, right? So yeah, that's all. And yeah, again, open source is for everyone. Even though if you don't have a tech background, you can contribute in it. And yeah, all the best with your open source journey.
Yes, that's great suggestion from someone so young. Thanks, everyone.
Yeah, yeah, thanks. Bye bye. Bye, everyone.